3, 2, 1.
That's terrible.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 2.5 Trucks. I'm your host, JTizzle12.
I'm one of your other hosts, Ty Happy Productions.
And I'm the third guy, Mr. Slowly.
Guys,
What's up?
Yeah.
I have something to complain about.
Nice. All right. Sound the alarms.
Okay. So, they make a movie. Hollywood, they're in a room and they're thinking about, what biopic should we make?
Mhm.
And they pick Robbie Williams. And you've both probably like, who is Robbie Williams? Exactly. No one knows who he is.
The name rings a bell. I can't remember who exactly, though.
And they made a movie, and he's a monkey in it.
What?
It's because the music industry
What's
makes
it-
you a monkey.
Yeah, music makes you a monkey. What's it called?
It's called Better Man.
Robbie
think.
Williams movie. Well, anyway, so he opens a concert by going, "For the next 2 hours, your ass is mine." And he has not a single song where that is necessary. He makes like
prolonging
Target
it.
music, like songs you'd hear in Target.
Fucking shut up, dude.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like, bro. And he has zero need to do all that, act like a rock star.
He has like a weird haircut also.
Well, yeah, and then so they make the movie and they make him a monkey.
And
Why?
it cost $110 million, and it's
Holy
made like
crap.
10 million, I think. Like worldwide, I think it's made 10 mil so
Let's check the
far.
box office.
This is gonna
That's,
age
like, abysmal.
horribly.
It's because Hollywood is giving out way too big of
Hollywood-
budgets.
Hollywood
See-
is on fire.
It is. Oh no, I mean California's on fire. Like I don't think Hollywood
Yeah.
itself is right now.
Is it not literally Hollywood, too?
I mean, it's Southern
The
California.
sign's on fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I swear to God, I saw a picture of the Hollywood sign.
It might be, but there's
Well,
also
And
like
it was like
there's also
on
like
fire.
the
I was
like
damn.
there's also like the AI generated one where instead of Hollywood it says like
Hey,
Sodom. or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
but I'm not done
Sorry.
because I've been seeing these on TikTok where the British people are like, "How do you not know who Robbie Williams is?" This is a dig at you, Ryan, by the way. Do you not know
I'm not
who
British.
Robbie Williams is? And then all the American people are like, "Yeah, because no one cares," and the British people lose their mind.
No, you're supposed to care about
You have to
the
know.
Williams.
And speaking of TikTok, it's gonna be gone.
It's gonna be gone.
And I'm actually sad about it too,
Me
because I actually really enjoy that app.
because
And I like sending videos to you two and other friends.
What do you mean it's going to be gone?
Well, for us, it's
Well,
gonna be
well,
gone.
fuck you, first of all.
Isn't this going to be like the fourth time they're
No,
going to
it got
TikTok?
it got announced. It's officially gone.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
got
but
it.
there was like a thing like recently that could buy it another like 200 days or something. I mean, I don't know how like I
We're
don't
dragging
know.
it. Just get rid of it or stop saying that you're going to.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's fucking stupid. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
we'll
they've been-
see.
They've been trying to put down TikTok for the past like 2 years.
Yeah, they have been, because I'm not gonna get into the reasons on this show, not the forum for it, but in 5 days supposedly it's gonna get booted.
Rest in
but I
peace,
don't
the
know.
talk.
Rest in peace, talk, dude.
Well, they will for you guys.
Well, for
Australia
for
wins
us, yeah.
again.
All right, so speaking of TikTok, there's a lot of there are a lot of videos on that site, and people gotta think, wait, I should make a video. What am I gonna freaking even make it about? And that's what we do sometimes when we make our content, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about our video making process today.
And
Hooray!
and had this been a month ago, I wouldn't be able to talk on this subject.
That's true.
Because I made a video.
There we go. And like you're cooking up another one, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
am. I'm about halfway done filming it.
Fuck yeah.
Look
that
at that.
rules.
J Tizzle is back.
JTizzle's back. We'll see how long it lasts, but
Coming up JT so far this year.
I don't know. It's been big. It's been big.
That rocks. I mean,
I'm very
since-
thankful for the support
of course.
on the video.
Henry and Hammy, ladies and gentlemen, go watch it.
Yeah, and also go watch Mail Train James.
Wow.
Oh, well, you might have to wait a little bit for that one.
But that's something to look forward to for the old 2.5 trucks nation.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like, I think. I've worked on that fucking video for so long now. I'm legit gonna like when that finally comes out. I'm just gonna kill myself. That's gonna be it.
Is that
It's gonna be
the last
over.
vid?
Is it gonna be
Like there's no more left. There's nothing left for me on this earth after Mail
Oh,
Train
it's not
James.
just the last vid. It's just the last of slowly.
Yeah, dude. Slowly's gonna like he's gonna rip out like the medical equipment that's in his chest.
Yeah, I've got a Tony Stark reactor in my chest.
Exactly. That fucking shrapnel's gonna go right to his heart.
So wait, okay. So for the context for the people who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, for the past it's 2025 now. It's been like 3 years now.
Yeah,
For the past like
better part of
3 years, because I made Double Quarry Trouble, and immediately after I released it, I wrote the next episode, and I've spent the next like 3 years on and off working
It
on
has
it.
not been 3 years. There is no way.
It's
No,
I mean
no, I think it. No, it has, because Double Quarry Trouble was March 2022. It's
yeah,
Holy
2025. It's been 3 years.
that's crazy.
It's nearly been 3 years. It's not quite there yet, but it's like it's only off by a couple of months.
It's actually been
But Mail Train
a year,
James
but it's okay.
is the name of the next episode, and it's nearly done. I promise. I swear. It's not nearly done, but it's more done than not done.
Yeah.
So it'll be. I promise.
And like
I swear, I will get this fucking thing out if it kills me.
And I can guarantee because I narrated the video. I'm the narrator of all fucking 3 series in this year call. Mail Train James is a very good like video. It's a very strong script, I think.
Oh
Yeah, I also had the script and I was gonna leak it, but actually just because I like you, Ryan, I'm not going to.
That's what
dude.
podcast hosts do for each other, man.
Yeah.
You would never do this. But that is kind of related to the video making process, isn't it? That's kind of how it goes sometimes, is projects take way, way longer than you thought they were gonna. When I wrote fucking Mail Train James, I was like, I'm gonna have this out in 6 months. 3 years later.
Henry and Hammy was intended for last Christmas.
I gave you my heart.
And look what happened. It took a year. It actually, because I made Spam Mail 2023 summer.
That's true.
So it was a whole 1.5 year hiatus.
I mean, but I feel like you came up with that with Henry and Hammy like mid last year.
It was
though.
actually, no, I think me and Ronnie wrote the script me and Ronnie wrote the script right after I released Spam Mail.
That sounds right, yeah.
Because I was gonna like let it go. I was gonna like slowly film it, and then I filmed like 3 scenes, and I didn't like it. So
Did you use those 3 scenes that you filmed
Nope.
first in the final?
I used.
What were they?
So I filmed the intro. It was right after Spam Mail. I filmed the intro. The intro is the only thing that was shot on my old set table. Before I got my whole new setup. And I didn't use any of the scenes. It was originally Edward and Henry were at Wellsworth whenever they're talking in the video, but I ended up just using like a yard set because I was going to do another project, which never got released. So I still had that yard set to work with. So I just shot that scene on there. But there is one old, like the photos of Sir Top and Pat are from Branchline Bother.
The classic.
So they're not from
the reused assets.
They are reused assets because I literally found them on my computer already cut out.
I mean,
I was like,
that's fair enough. I don't think I noticed there was the same
Well,
graphics as the other
especially I want
video.
to start. I was talking to Ty about this earlier before we started the podcast. I really want to like start working on stuff practically. I want to do everything practically,
Hmm.
and
Working
that's
camera
like
there.
I've for the most part, like obviously some stuff I can't do practically. Like for instance, like in Henry and Hammy, I had a little like thought bubble Henry has, and like I had to edit that in, but like that doesn't look like it's digital. But like I hated how the shot of Hammy on like Henry's like running board came out. I hate that shot. There's not a shot I've shot in my life I hate more than that. So
I thought it looked alright.
I definitely want to change that, and I want to do everything practically. So that starts with me not doing Sir Topham Hatt, you know.
Or how are you gonna do them? Are you gonna get one of? Oh, and actually, no. You could get one of the one of the Bachman little HO figure Bachman sets they
Well,
just put out.
me and Ronnie were talking about because I have figures like 3D modeled of the figures from when I was gonna make a wooden railway game on Roblox.
Uh-huh.
I have like the wooden railway figures, so I could just 3D print those. So that was what we were gonna do. So I don't
Like
know
the
if I'll still
block
do that.
figures.
Yeah, like the little block figures, but they're scaled down.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah, instead of having to edit those in because I think they look a little rough.
Yeah, I will say too. I agree with the. I really agree with the. Like you want to do everything practically in camera. Like I really heavily fuck with that because that's the thing is I feel like not only is doing that way more in the spirit of the Thomas show, because like you know back in the '80s they didn't have any CGI, they didn't have any special effects. You know what the raw footage was the final video pretty much, and I think that's very impressive, and I think with my videos specifically, I've tried to lean into that quite a bit with like the faces, but obviously like you can't there are some things that need to be done with like special effects. There are some things you just can't do practically. I printed and hand painted all those little faces, but I the eyes will always have to be animated. Like I'm never going to be able to make that like work properly because they're just too small. They're just the Tomy toys are just too small. There's no way I could ever get an iMac in there. As much as I would love to, as much as I would love to have a Tommy Thomas with a fucking iMac, like, nah, it's not. That's not happening. I'm sorry.
Hard rock. It's the same thing with my like one shit because for one thing, smaller faces. Also, nowhere for like servos and stuff to go.
Yeah,
That
no,
would be impossible.
I'm looking at like a wooden railway Percy face right now, and like I complain about how small the Tomy trains are all the time, but like fuck, man, those wooden ones are tiny.
Dude, imagine doing
I
like
couldn't imagine
Toby.
being a person who like 100% focuses on something like take along,
Oh
because
my
even
god,
Tomy
dude.
feels like is Tomy is like one of the like out of like the main Thomas ranges, it's like one of the larger ones, kind of. And it's still like for me, it's still like way too small. I wish everything was more like Golden Bear scale. Like everything was not huge, but a little bit more chunky.
Do you think there's a any minis users out there?
Oh my god. There's probably one guy that takes it like mad serious.
Did you see? Did you guys see? They made like a new wave of minis,
I did, yeah.
and Rama Fool got a bunch of them, and he posted a picture of them on Twitter. And the minis have had a problem for a while now because Mattel has been slowly like producing them cheaper and cheaper and cheaper as the years have gone on, but their prices never changed. They've always been $3 each. At least for me, I don't know how it is for you, but they've always been like the same price, but they've been getting shittier quality ever since they came out. And the new ones that Ramaful posted, like I don't know how to explain it, but the like you just kind of have to look at it. The printing on their faces is so abysmally like awful.
I'm gonna find it.
It looks like dollar store toys. Like it actually looks awful. They look like fucking knockoff toys.
Sure. Like it's they're just
And this is coming from someone who, when they came out in 2016, initially really liked the Thomas Minis. And honestly, that original like 2016 wave, like it's not perfect, but like I think those toys are pretty solid. I think for $3, like the decent minis that are painted good with the weights inside are pretty solid toys. But the moment they got rid of those weights and they started making the printing cheap, that's when I was like,
Mhm.
that's when I tuned out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at the picture. It's up on screen now. These look like shit.
Yeah, I put it in the group chat.
Yeah,
That
it's
looks
like Mattel
terrible.
just like they just don't care. They're not even trying to hide it.
It's true.
They're like, guys, we care.
Kinda
We're bringing
based.
back your favorite Thomas toys, and it's that.
Like, come on now.
I'll be honest. I don't know how realistic this is, but like, if it were up to me, if I was suddenly put in charge of Mattel, and they were like, "Listen, you need to fix the Trackmaster line," this is what I would do. All right, I'd cancel the Trackmaster line. I'd just can the entire thing, and then I'd use the funding from it, and I'd send that funding um to Playrail, and I would just be like, hey, start selling internationally again. My goal
Mm,
would just fund Playrail to start selling their toys internationally again, like they used to.
not
Yeah.
Or
wrong.
Tamika, whatever the company's actually called, excuse me.
Well, they kind of
Sorry.
suck now as well too.
Yeah, but
Uh,
like they're not as bad as fucking motorized. Like
Yeah,
at the very
comparatively.
least, you can still like buy like the normal, like the main engines like Thomas and Percy and James and Gordon and whatever are pretty decent still. They're pretty solid.
Mhm.
And I think it would be cool if those appeared in stores again, but unfortunately, you can only get them from fucking Japan.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that's not the best.
It's how it
But
goes, I'm afraid.
I'm kind of like hopping back crazy in time here because Brian, you were talking about Mailchimp James earlier, your project there, and you're
Uh,
saying how at that point that was like that project is 3 years old now. I can do you one better.
it's 2 years actually. He was
Oh,
wrong.
excuse me. It's going to be 3 years pretty soon here.
I
No,
was not wrong.
it's actually 1 year. It's gonna be 2 years pretty soon.
No, no, it's not.
No,
Yes, it was March
mail
1st,
like
2023.
Was it
Mailchimp James.
2023? I thought. Oh
2023.
no, you're right. It was
Oh,
2023.
I remember
Damn. Okay, never mind.
I remember you made your Great Race remake or Thomas and Birdie's Great. Is that what it's called?
The Bluebird one.
No, no, you made a
no.
Trust Thomas Ertles remake.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one's pretty cool. That one.
Stop motion.
Yeah, I like making stop motion films. A lot of people see that as tedious. Like they're like, "Oh man, I would hate to do that." But I find it all right. I only find it tedious if a shot lasts for really long. Like here's a little fun fact about that video. All of the shots in that video are pretty fine to do. The only one that really gave me trouble is the one from the intro where it's like Thomas going under the bridge. I had to fucking redo that shot like 4 times, and because it was such a long shot, like it took me like an entire hour to get it right.
Yeah.
So I would do
Yeah.
it for an hour and then I would look at it and I'd go, oh, I bumped the hill in the background and it moved and I didn't notice. Okay, I have to redo it. And then
Oh,
I'd do it again and like something else would happen.
Yeah, no.
I remember, I think the third time, I think the third time my phone just died and I was like, for fuck's sake.
That's
I
fucked.
was pissed.
I'm
But
looking at
yeah,
it
that,
now. It's very interesting, like stop motion stuff. I've always wanted to do a stop motion video, but I've just never.
yeah, I was actually thinking earlier today, that like I really enjoy doing stop motion and stuff, right? I was thinking that because I haven't done any of the figures, like the close-up people scenes for Mail Train yet. So I'm thinking maybe I could animate them. Maybe I could have their heads moving around and their arms moving and stuff.
That
And
could
I
be
could
something.
like animate the little like the little like figures running around, like the little capsule figures running around on the Tomy sets.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do some tests and I'll see how it feels. I'll see how it looks. But I would love to. I'd absolutely love to have. I don't know if I do this either, but I'd love to have instead of like because I use for the close up figures I use like the Bachman Fat Controller, but I'd love to have like actual like 6-inch articulated figures of all of the Thomas characters like Miss Jenny and Fat Controller and stuff, like
Mm,
Farmer McCall. That would be so
Yeah,
cool
that'd be crazy
didn't
nice.
someone make one out
because
of
then
like?
I would fully animate them like talking to each other and stuff, and it would
Didn't
be lit.
someone didn't someone make them out of like a Kingpin Marvel? Was that
Yeah,
them?
Yeah,
Lucky Tug.
Lucky Tug did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And honestly, like that's that's what I would want to do. If ever I see a Kingpin for sale somewhere where it's like cheap, I'm definitely going to grab it and turn it into Fat Controller.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
But hopping back again, sorry. You're saying the Mail Train James is taking you like all this time. I can do you one a little bit better. The project, I'm not gonna say what it is, but the project that I'm working on right now has been in the works for the better part of 4 years now.
Oh,
Cause the initial idea came from like one YouTuber that made like something similar. I was like, I want to do that, but with this thing. And then that just like cause like I shot like the initial like intro for that and wrote the first script in like January of 2021. It's January of 2025 now, and I'm like now editing it with like a whole new scripts for like everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I find personally, because here's the thing about my YouTube channel, right? Is it's entirely like it's a hobby for me. It's not a job, all right?
Mm.
If I don't feel like working on the video, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to. And because of that, giving myself timelines is not timelines, time frames, like deadlines. That's what I'm looking for. Giving myself deadlines is not. It's never a good idea because I never ever reach it. I think
Mhm.
the fact that there is a deadline at all in most of these cases like stresses me out and makes me work on it less. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, because it adds unnecessary pressure. That's why I've never ever released like a date for Master James or anything, or I never did for like I'm the Real You. I was always just vague with like coming soon and stuff. And I'm glad I did that with I'm the Real You because that was supposed to be a Halloween video, and then it didn't come out until what, April?
March, I think that's a good ass video.
That was a good video.
Thanks, guys.
You got it, Dave.
It's an
Little
evil
pretty,
video.
little pretty, the little train. He got crunched.
Dude, there was a long time ago. I made an Escape remake. This was not even public on my. I don't even have uploaded on my channel. Like that's how long ago it was.
Hmm.
And I turned around after that video and I wrote a script about like it's called Spotlight, and it was like Donald Douglas, and like it was a really long script. I remember, and it's probably horrible. Like if I went back and read it now, it's probably trash because I'm not good at writing stuff that well. There were a lot of cool like concepts, like James, or not James. It opened with like Boko is like I don't know, he's like a runaway train for some reason, and like Douglas goes and like stops him, and it was gonna be like a really cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I just never made it, and I'm glad I didn't start it because it probably would have taken me forever to finish.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, you can spend a lot of time making a video, but if like you can't make like the final product look as good as you want to do it, I don't think there's a reason to.
Oh yeah, I've
'Cause
done that before.
yeah,
Mm.
if I know that like I'm gonna have to do certain things, and I just push stuff, I'll do that later, and it's like a huge integral part of the video, I will never make that video.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
No, and you guys have seen me do this before. I've like gotten to the point where I filmed and nearly edited entire videos and then just canceled them because I didn't like them. Like
Mhm.
I've done that too.
like the fucking Tenders for Henry thing. Like that is
Oh
entirely
yeah.
filmed. That is 100% filmed and like halfway edited. I just like I stopped working on it because I just didn't like the script anymore. I was like, no, it's not funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll come back to it. Maybe I'll give it a rewrite or something and try and freshen it up, and then I'll release it because I teased it too. I teased it on my YouTube channel and said it was coming out later that week, but then it just never did.
Just didn't. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But
I don't think I was. I must have not been very active in the group chat when this was going on because I did not remember.
It was like
it was
one of those like ones that he was doing.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's that one video I did with Wooden
Daydreaming Duck.
Duck and Oliver. Yeah, you know what's crazy too? I remember building the set for that video, and a little while ago, like I removed every single piece of wooden track that I had that wasn't Thomas brand. So that entire set that I built, which was like this massive rail yard complex, it was entirely 100% traction rail. Like it was all wooden railway traction rail, and it kind of blew my fucking mind. I was like, oh my god, it's all Thomas Brand track. That's crazy.
That's what
Yeah.
I try to do.
See, I don't
It's
really.
like tough though. As a kid, like it was always I was always such a fiend for wooden track because like it's tough to get like good pieces. As a kid, and still to this day, I never ever once owned the wooden railway V like switch. I never owned it, and I still don't. I still don't have it.
I don't have the wooden
Mm.
one. I have a fake one.
I have a wooden one. Is it because
I
in
don't
the
even-
UK you can't get a lot of wooden railway track pieces?
I don't even fucking. I'm not in the UK. I'm not even like. I live in Australia, you motherfucker. I'm not even like. I don't even have like an off-brand version of it. Like I've never even owned like a Brio version or anything. I've just never had a V switch in my life.
I've heard in London they don't sell those very often.
Fuck off, JT.
In Bristol, they don't have them.
In Bristol, they didn't have any V switches at the fish and chip shop.
They got me at the chip, eh? Sorry to the British.
yeah,
people,
bloody
they were gonna dog you forever.
chipper.
When the reason why England doesn't have any is when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
brought all of them with him.
they brought all of them with them, and then they brought them to America, and they didn't leave any.
USA.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
So that's why Ryan doesn't get any.
Yeah, that's why Ryan. That's why none of them.
Yeah,
none of
Christopher
them-
Columbus took all the Thomas Wooden Railway V switches.
Yeah, because Christopher Columbus was the first person to discover America.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
and nobody else was
Motherfucker.
there.
No one else was
Nobody
there before Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
If
dude.
I see that motherfucker, he's biting the curb. I swear to God.
Dude thought it was India.
He a fucking
Or no.
dumbass. He
Yeah.
could have gone down and then like west, dipshit.
Okay, we're getting sidetracked. What
Very
was the
sidetracked.
topic of this fucking episode again?
It was video
videos.
processes.
Video process.
How did we get onto Christopher Columbus stealing wooden railway V switches?
Oh,
You
fuck
know?
no.
It just happens. It's my
True.
it's the brains of all of us.
It's the
Yeah,
brains of the
nice.
operation.
The brain
And that's
power.
what makes this podcast work.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
So
barely.
here on the old Ty Happy Productions channel, right? I have, and then like my secret second channel. So it's up to you to find. I make 3 to 4 different types of videos, right? I make the Thomas Wooden Railway like stories. May it be sort of train spotting, which I haven't made one of those in a couple of years, or like classic mini stories, which is like the TV series inspired thing. Then I have a different video series where it's just like video essays about or like either video essays or like fuck around videos, but the video essays have kind of taken over. Just like mainly about fan content. I've done a Stories of Sodor one and a what the fuck's it called? Where Are You video.
That's video slaps.
Thank you very much. And then on my other channels, I talk about like movies and shit. But like, I was talking about this with my friend that doesn't do content really. No, he doesn't do content, but he's been on the channel before. Like, I've realized making the Thomas the Wooden Railway videos is significantly more difficult than the video essays. There's so much more
Really?
shit to do. Like, I mean, the video essays may be like longer, but like that's just like doing narration and putting clips together. That's like you can do that. You can do like a whole segment in like 2 days or something. But like the one videos, you gotta write the script, you gotta film everything, you have to fucking you gotta edit it all together, you gotta do your faces. Well, I have to do the faces and like then put all the fucking music and sound effects. That like Tenders for Henry, my newest one, that took 6 months because for one thing, I had to like leave for school and I couldn't I couldn't bring all my wooden shit with me. Those things take so long. But the video essays, like the one that I'm like making right now that I was talking about earlier, I'm projecting for that to come out in like March at some point. Like that's and I mean I guess I spun my wheels trying to like get it started, but like now that I'm done, it's a reference, yeah. Like it's interesting, like the types of or the excuse me, the types of content and like their timelines that like that naturally end up with them.
I
That's
have a,
that's that's really interesting, Tyke, if I'm honest, because like I was just thinking about that, and like I'll be honest, I think personally, I think I'm kind of like the opposite, because
Mm,
my favorite part of filming, of making the videos, is actually like filming it with the trains.
me too.
Like I that's my favorite part. It's frustrating sometimes and stuff, but like it's I'm here to play with my toys. That's that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
Um, but but I feel like if I tried to do a video essay or something, I feel like I'd really struggle with it.
Mm,
And I say that because for the past year, I've had the Slowly's Customs video on fucking Flying Scotsman sitting on the back burner, and it's like it's all filmed, it's all like ready. I just need to write the script and edit it together, and I
mm,
just haven't because I just don't know because that's the thing. I filmed everything, right? Like the only work there is editing, and it's like I low key don't want to. I
mm,
will. I definitely will. Like eventually I'll get the inspiration again. I'll get the drive and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to do it." But
yeah.
like for me like the best way the most simple way to make videos is like to just film all of it and like have like very minimal like that's why I was saying I really prefer to keep everything like in camera as much as I can because that way I don't have to edit stuff. I can
Yeah.
just put the footage in the thing and color grade it and it's done. You know what I mean?
Mm. See, I think that's just like as I'm, I guess, as I'm aging and as I'm like developing as a creator, that's sort of the change in like sensibilities.
Yeah.
Because the main reason I really started doing these video essays is because I left for college. I can't be I cannot do the wooden stuff as often as I would like to because I love filming the wooden stuff. Don't get me wrong, but like I like that's when I have to like do crunch. And when I'm doing these video essays, like that's not really anything because I can just kind of work on my own schedule.
Yeah. And I think that's like my video making stuff has an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna
Mm.
go to college here in not too long, and it's like I got I gotta grind. I gotta grind before you know reap the
Mm,
benefits after. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And you say reap the benefits. I know this isn't what you mean, but like for content people here in the old Tom's community, I feel like a lot of I might be repeating myself. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people like make these videos not for the love of the sport, but for views. And I feel like that's sort of a
Yeah, that's
backwards way
not
to
that
do
is
it.
not what I meant, but
Yeah.
the
It's more bringing up like a larger point in one of my biggest like problems with the fandom today.
I agree. People just like try to push something out, don't really.
My biggest issue with like video essay type videos and stuff, and this isn't even just in the Thomas circle, like in the Thomas fandom, but the Thomas fandom does this as well. Like
Mm,
they're not immune to this. I hate YouTube essays where they pad out time by just explaining unnecessary shit over and over again.
mm,
Like
I
there's
hate
nothing
that.
I hate more than when you click on like on like a YouTube essay that's about a really specific incident and it starts with like a 30-minute rundown of the entire company's history and it's just not relevant. It's like I don't care.
mm.
It's just I don't need to know all this.
I
And
mean,
it's like and the Thomas okay. The Thomas okay, the thing that the Thomas fandom does that I've seen that also like regular YouTubers do a lot is when they make those YouTube essays, they just like read off of wiki pages. Like they just
mm.
like read word for word. Train boy. um but
We're
oh
keeping
I
it
don't
there.
even know if he does I don't even know if he
We're
does
keeping
that
it
I mean,
anymore
I
to
mean
be
that,
fair,
that's
but
what
he
he
definitely did
that's what he did back
for
in
a
the
while
day.
there.
I don't know what the dude does now. I don't care.
Yeah. But
Throwing shade here
yeah.
on the
No,
Tony Hawk
that's my own little shade I have. If you make those videos, do better.
Yeah, no, honestly, like
Learn how to write, please.
I feel like they're just like there are just folks out there that just aren't putting in the effort that like that personally I want to see. Like I'd rather folks like put in like multiple months into like maybe not multiple months, but like a good chunk of time into making their video good, as opposed to like doing
Making a bunch of little ones.
Yeah. See,
like cranking out. I'd
Yeah.
always rather see an original. Not that like remakes are bad or at all, but I would always rather see an original story over a remake.
I totally agree with that. The problem is that the YouTube algorithm is like backwards. It like works against that because it wants you to make like little 5-minute videos every day instead of 1 half-hour video like twice a year or something like that. But no, I definitely agree with like I rather like one big project a year or something like that than a bunch of like little ones every week. Like TARDIS Rescue is a good example. He didn't make a new video last year.
He's not, which I mean,
which is alarming. Is he actually done? Please no, please no. No, come back, please, Dan.
He's probably done, but like
I really hope he is.
No,
that dude makes the best Thomas videos ever. He's the best. Oh, he says still kickings in his bio.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so
maybe he's cooking. Maybe he's just having a break.
Which, like, you know what? Good for him. He's been at it for a
earned
while.
it. He made his last one was probably the best Thomas fan film I've ever seen, like ever. If I'm being real, Thomas's Cancelled Christmas is the greatest video ever made.
It is it's up there, but it's not my favorite one. Well,
it's not your favorite Thomas video. Your favorite TARDIS Rescue.
It's not my favorite TARDIS Rescue. No, but I think there's like a couple that are a little bit above it. Just a little bit, not much. Not to say Cancel Christmas is a bad video. Like not even close. It is fucking fantastic. But I feel like there are other ones that are like a smidgen better. A smidgen, like a decimal point, you know? Like one of those being I'm gonna gas this video up for as long as I live. Fucking the new Carson Maranka, The Jury. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I rewatched that video recently. I rewatched that last night. The scene where they're all like going to find Diesel, and it's like the Day of the Diesels theme with the fucking guitar cover. It's like, goddamn, this shit's awesome.
Listen, and Carson is one of them guys that like successfully avoided cancellation.
Yeah,
because all that shit happened like what in 2019 or whatever.
It was a long time ago now. Yeah,
I barely even remember it. I forgot he got canceled until you.
I can't fully remember what he did. I think he said the N-word a couple times, but like in 2018, everyone did.
And guitar money.
I mean, it's still shitty, but like it's not like
that's not excusing him, but it is a thing that like the good majority of people did back then, and most people have kind of just like moved past it.
Yeah, it's like John Lennon making a song about beating his wife. Like everybody in the '60s beat their wives.
Everybody in the '60s beat their wives. Get the frick over it, dude.
It's true, dude. Everybody did it. Everybody did it. He's like, yeah, I'm getting better. I used to beat on my wife, but I'm getting better.
Nice, John. Fucking cool, dude. Sick, dude. Your new wife is ruining your band.
Not necessarily true, but
that's a story for another day.
That's a story for another
day. Like? Do you guys? Okay, this is a bit of a weird specific question, but do you guys have like a specific like an old Thomas video or something maybe that you remember watching as a kid that made you want to make videos?
Yes.
Mad Bomber. I mean, but like
I got a couple.
I think Mad Bomber for me is number one because that was the one that I was like, I saw that and I was like, dude, this dude Mad Bomber was revolutionary. Made this video. He made it. He didn't like take like any He didn't like get any incentives from people that make Thomas. There was nothing. It was all just him, and that was the first time it really clicked for me. Mm-hmm. And then also Enterprising's earlier stuff like.
Enterprising,
let me find
shit.
Dude, I remember watching Mavis and the Tornado like all the time.
Mavis and the Tornado.
Oh my god,
that's the best. That's like one of the best videos.
I love Mavis and the Tornado.
The banger.
I'll be honest, like I never really watched a ton of Enterprising Engine series like as I was growing up. and stuff like that. But the handful of episodes and stuff that I have seen, like all of them are really good. Even the older ones, you know, even Mavis and the Tornado is like that's lit. That's a cool episode.
The older ones go so hard. It's something about like how he shot them
Mm,
and that kind of stuff, where it's just like no one can replicate his style. Like people try to film outside, and people try, but he is like mastered filming outside to where like nothing will look better
that's true.
than the way he does it.
But to answer your question, like this is gonna be embarrassing. Like there were a lot of like classic Thomas videos that I didn't watch because the thumbnails freaked me out as a kid. Like I'm gonna spat out the big ones here. I didn't watch Mad Bomber until I was like way older. Very embarrassing. I didn't watch fucking I've never watched Thomas and the Killer Cars. Never have.
That's fair.
And
Why
I never,
you need to get on that?
It's a great video. Best video ever, by the way.
Well, excuse me. No, I haven't. I haven't seen it. And then I didn't watch Thomas Blows His Stack until maybe 5 years ago.
Thomas Blows His Stack.
Man, Thomas
Like,
Blows His Stack is a really
like,
good one too.
That's incredibly embarrassing. But like to answer
I'll tell you what.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you go.
Thank you. To answer your question, there were like two specific ones that I really like fucked with. One was it was one of the earlier Rama Fool ones. It was one of the Spencer ones. I think it was like part 3.
Rama Fools.
Like Rama Fool, that was my guy back then. All right.
Yeah,
I had back in the day, my like when I was like 5 or 6 or something, like when I was like crazy young. My parents like had one of them like cassette tape cameras or whatever. And I remember filming a wooden collection video, and I call myself Tyler Fool, which is fucking terrible. If I can like figure out a way to archive that, I would. But like I have that tape somewhere in my room. It was either like that Rama Fool video or like Key Cray's Oliver Stands By or Toad Stands By, excuse me. Like remake. I remember watching that shit so much as a kid.
Gray's old videos, like his old remakes, are the best videos on the internet.
There's really a lot of like Thomas videos from like back in the day that I could really say it like influenced me a lot as a little kid, because like I would legit like I'd spend so long just looking up like Thomas on YouTube and just like watching videos. I remember watching Key Cray, I remember watching all that stuff. But I do remember specifically I really enjoyed Rama Fool's videos. Like I loved them. Yeah. And the thing about his videos was that they would kind of trash, like even back then, but not in like I don't want to say that in like a mean way. They were charmingly like kind of shitty. Like they would just like it was like there were no sets. It was just this kid in his like basement, and it was clearly his basement. Like there's just like a TV in the background and that had SpongeBob playing on it in like a bunch of shots.
They were watching Hooky in the first episode.
Yeah, they were watching fucking SpongeBob and that's what I mean about it. I love it. And being a kid who was like roughly the age that Rama Fool was in those videos, like watching that, it made me realize like I just need a camera. Like that's all I really need. Dude, I can just do whatever the fuck I want.
Guys,
because that video, I remember watching the Thomas and the Bully video, like. That's such a classic, but have you tried to watch it recently? It's kind of incoherent.
I like the part where he beats his ass. Dude, okay, guys. 100 likes on this video, which will never happen. But 100 likes on this video, we'll all meet up and make Toby meal.
Yes, dude.
Toby meal.
The best one, my favorite Thomas and Friends video is Toby meal.
I think it's crazy how like that whole video that he made is like Toby making his meal and then he goes around and gives it to people and they like get really sick. Yeah, he terrorizes people with it, and then the end of the video is here's how you make Toby meal. And I don't remember what he tells you to put in it, but doesn't he tell you to put like oil in it or some shit?
No. See what it was like 3 pancakes, a banana, I think. And instead of like cooking oil or something, you just fucking motor oil.
Oh sweet, yeah, let's make Toby meal.
Like that would kill you if a kid managed to whip that together and tried to eat Toby meal, they would die.
Yeah. I don't think they can just access motor oil, to be fair.
I mean, I don't feel like motor oil is a super hard thing to find in most houses.
Yeah, just go into
In
the
the, ga-
fucking go
in the
into like
garage.
exactly go in the
Dude, have you
garage
ever
or
tried to
whatever.
like pour the oil out of those cans? Like I
Yeah,
had to look up how to do it. Like it's weird.
that's not that
Oh, I
that's
don't
not
know.
The
that hard.
lids. The lids are like weird.
Well, that's
You,
what Toby said to do. All right.
yeah, dude.
Okay,
Listen, you
yeah,
just gotta do
you're
what Toby
right. You're
does.
right. You're right, dude. Another Hero of the Rails wind up remake
Oh my god, dude.
by
That no, no,
Jesus.
no, that
Curdy
that guy, yeah, Cuddy. What's his
34,
name?
Curdy, yeah, Curdy 4030.
34, I think.
It's,
Yes,
yeah, it's one of them.
Clertly
Oh, I love that guy. I genuinely love The Secret Tunnel, like as a Thomas
great
movie.
banger.
That's The Secret Tunnel is such a banger. And what's the other one he did? Like The Unwanted Engine. That one's pretty
Yeah,
good.
the one where like they travel across like the Sodor the Sodor border and they
Yeah,
have it
Like
on
that
like the
one.
Ecuador.
screen.
See,
That
that
one's a
one, that
banger.
one, that one does something really like cool that I don't think I've ever seen in another Thomas project. And it's like just it's not even like related to the plot at first, but just in the background, like there's just like some world building going on, like visually in the background.
Hmm.
In like the first act of that film, there were missing posters for Wilbert the Forest Engine like everywhere.
Couldn't
And
find
it's
you.
just like, huh? Like they never actually. Or maybe they do. I don't really. I haven't watched it in a while, but I feel like they don't point it out. But maybe they do. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I like that. It's cool.
This guy
And
10
I
sucks.
years,
would like to
man.
see. I would
10
like to see
years.
more Thomas films do more. I don't know, risky kind of things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, the that's a banger. Um, Another one, Spark Shots old videos.
I think those are more that like those are more that are clumped into like saw the thumbnails as a kid, but it freaked me out.
Oh,
Wait, I don't
Like
remember which ones they are. What
like the
happened? What are?
Gordon one, the like okay, I'm gonna try to visualize it for you. So it's Gordon. It's a model railway picture of Gordon, and he's on like a hillside, and there's a bunch of like little workman figurines like standing on his footplate.
hmm.
And
the
that's like the thumbnail to that video.
the one that I remember is like Gordon with an angry face, sort of like in the left like third of the thumbnail, just kind of looking down a little bit. That's the one I remember seeing a lot.
I don't. I don't know. Do you guys remember that one guy that made the Thomas Nitpicks video back in like 2008?
Oh,
Remember that, or 2007?
maybe. I
Because he he made
shit.
it he made it when only season 8 and 9 of the Hit era were out. Like that was it. That's all they had back then, and that's
That's
crazy to
fucking
think about.
that's
But
crazy.
it's even weirder because if you look it up, it's on like a different YouTube channel. But there's another video called Thomas Nitpicks Low, which is him complaining about series 6 and 7 right after they came out.
Oh my god.
And it's really weird because like it's because back then like he didn't just have the episodes like on YouTube and shit. He was using like really low quality pics, and he was like an episode I saw on one of my tapes the other day or something like that, where I caught on TV and stuff. And it's like that's really how it was back then.
Mm.
It's like damn, that's insane.
And now we just have big Google drives of everything.
I think it's cool though how like Thomas fans used to hate on fucking season 6 and 7
Because
as
it is
much
a
as they
big
did on
step
the Hit era
down.
back then.
To be fair,
Yeah.
season 6 fucking sucks. So
The
Season six
standard
is all right.
the bar was the highest it had ever been,
yeah.
and then it became bad after Magic Railroad.
Another classic, Thomas and the Christmas Disaster.
Thomas and the
And
Christmas
Jeopardy. Jeopardy
disaster.
makes no sense. Jeopardy is the most ridiculous Thomas video you will ever watch in your life.
Jeopardy, yeah, well, yeah,
I
Jeopardy
never
and
watched
and the other
Jeopardy.
one. The only one that really makes like coherent sense is Christmas Disaster. Jeopardy doesn't like if you pay attention to the story, like stuff just kind of happens.
Hmm.
Like at the beginning, Edward is like you have to go find this diesel on this island, right? But then Thomas never does. He never finds the diesel. He never finds like the secret engine that Edward was talking about. He just gets picked up by Harold and goes home.
That was bullshit going over the
And
law.
they still treat it as if like he did it and he completed the thing. But like no, he didn't.
I don't know if I was probably just like a dipshit as a child, which that makes sense because I am one now. But I remember the only Jeopardy like related content I could find was like it was like a DVD menu that the guy made or something. and that's it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Because
maybe
I've never seen Jeopardy. I don't think I'm going to watch Jeopardy, if I'm being honest
you
with
should.
you.
I feel like you should watch it at least once. I feel like that's required viewing for Thomas
Probably.
fans.
I mean,
Oh, I
I might have
just
seen it, I don't
remembered his
remember.
other one is the Secret Island, and the Secret Island is an improvement. It's still like kind of a bit off the wall, like crazy. Like it's a little bit like insane.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like Christmas Disaster, I feel like is one that genuinely could be like in the Thomas show. Like it could be part of the show canon and it like because it doesn't really affect anything. But that one's like, no, there's like secret magic rocks that the trains can go through and stuff like that. It's like, huh? It's like what?
You got some McDonald's
And
and
there's
shit.
Spam Cam with the big broken ruler on the top of him.
Thomas and the Christmas disaster.
I remember
there-
thinking, but legitimately though, this is real. This is real. I genuinely think that Thomas Van A did a great job at making fucking Spam Can in that video be genuinely threatening. Because there's a scene where he like enters the scene. He's like going top speed, and he shows right up like right in front of Thomas, and he's like, "Where's the fat controller?" And Thomas says some like bullshit. And then Spam Cam's like, if you're lying, I'm gonna come back and kill you. And then he just leaves. He just bounces instantly, and it's like, God damn. Spam Cam, that he is threatening as fuck in that video. Genuinely better villain than Diesel 10. Genuinely,
That's
I
true.
stand by that.
Holy moly.
That is true.
The evil. I think he was just called the evil Diesel in that video. I don't think it was supposed to be Spam Cam, but
Probably
Yeah,
not.
Yeah.
that dude is you can feel his like his angriness and his,
Yeah.
his pure evil.
he's got
rotten.
those Play-Doh eyelids, so you know he's pissed.
And
That's true.
this video started off with how we make videos, so now we're just talking about old Thomas videos,
That's
Oh,
okay.
we've jumped around quite a bit.
which
feel
is
like.
like a complete topic we could have done for another episode.
But you
No,
know,
that's
it's
fine.
I'm
fine.
content with
It's
having
kind of
it
it's
here.
kind of hand in hand because it kind of turned into inspiration talk.
That's true. I
And
love
we literally
inspiration
already
talk.
talked about inspiration too.
But doing
Whoops.
it again,
Well,
fine.
you know, you can
At least we
rehash.
didn't bring up turtles again. Uh-oh.
I
Ah!
wonder. I actually I wonder who's still here. If anyone is listening to this right now, comment.
Your
Comment these
inspiration-
nuts.
Comment
Whoa.
these nuts if you made it.
Comment my name Jeff.
My name Jeff.
Comment
Comment name
WASD. Only gamers will understand this.
That rocks.
If you get this far.
They better. I know Ronnie's gonna do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
Ronnie be
loves their
listening.
podcast.
Ronnie, you're the only one who's not allowed to comment anything.
Yeah.
because you're not a true gamer. You wouldn't understand.
You're banned from the comments.
Oh my god.
Well, we've had a lot of good discussions on this episode.
Yeah, I reckon.
Time to finish her off.
We talked about how we make our videos. Do a little recap. We talked about old Thomas videos and Christopher Columbus bringing V switches
Of
to
course.
America.
That motherfucker stole all my V switches.
It is.
Dude, exactly. He stole them all from London, and now Ryan can't get any.
That's horseshit. Yeah, because he lives there.
Because he lives
It's just
there.
London's just a 40-minute drive from me in Australia.
No, for British people, that's way too long, dude.
Yeah.
They can't stand a 2-hour drive. That's what I gotta do for school, and it takes like a second in my brain. Fuck off.
Dude, they can't even brush their teeth for 20 seconds.
I mean, yeah, I
How do you-
mean, they can. It's like
At
a fucking
least
cat.
our schools don't
Oh,
look like
like
Call
shit.
of Duty.
Call at 8.
At least our schools. Dude, Thomas fans are getting pissed off.
Ugh. But yeah, this has been a
I'd love to do a Thomas story one day where Thomas like sees a passenger and he's like, hello, how you going? And then they turn around, they start doing the British accent to Thomas. Thomas is just confused. He's like, what? He's like, huh?
That's really funny.
That would be hilarious.
I like
Um,
that. I didn't do anything. Whoa, what are you talking about?
Thomas is like, how you going today? And he's like, how you going today, mate? And Thomas, Thomas is like, huh? I don't understand that.
Thomas is mad as hell.
He's ticked. Take
He
the
thought-
first
Poor,
off.
Poor Thomas.
He thought
He
school
mad.
was only for one day. He mad. How the bikers
He
eat
mad.
this
Hey
city?
guys, actually one last thing.
Hmm.
Guess what it's the 4-year anniversary of?
What? He said.
What?
$19 Fortnite card.
Fortnite
Who
Battle
wants it?
Pass.
Who
Wait,
wants
wrong
it?
guy.
Trolls don't get blocked.
Trolls. No get blocked.
Dude, do you think if
Trolls
Christian would have
don't
like released that as a video, it all would have stopped?
Trolls don't get blocked.
Do you think that would have solved everything? Like he just gave all his trolls a $19 Fortnite card?
I mean, he should have, or she, whatever. They should have thought of that.
So now we added Christian to the. Who else should we add? Joseph Marshall.
Let's not add Joseph Marshall. That's
Isn't
fine.
he in a wheelchair?
Wrong
I don't
guy.
think so.
Jay,
You're
who's
thinking of
Joseph
Chris-
Marshall?
You're thinking of Chris Thompson, I think.
Oh, Chris Thompson. Yeah, Chris Thompson with moving eyes.
If you've seen
Wait,
that,
who's
if you've seen
Joseph
the fucking
Marshall?
Joseph Marshall
he's
is
like
the
the
guy
monkey guy.
who. He's like the Tugs guy.
Oh yes.
He did something. I remember that. I don't know. I don't remember what he did.
Yeah, but Chris Thompson's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair.
He got like cancelled because he got the when like the Tabma director's cut or like the work print or whatever it is when it leaked. That it kind of was like crazy watching that unfold because that was definitely the fault of like many people, like not just one, but everybody seemed to consensually be like, "Yep, it was Joseph Marshall, it was him, it was all his fault, kill him." But like to be fair, you know, kind of I think that guy deserved it. I don't know. I think he's still around. Maybe he's chill now, but like at that time, yeah, he fucking. Oh well. Anywho, should we wrap it up?
We should wrap it up.
Who wants to send us off?
Okay, gamers. Hope you liked this
Alright.
episode of 2.5
Hold on.
Trucks. Wait,
What
before we go,
the hell?
wait,
What
JT,
the
can
hell,
I
bro?
wait?
That's broke. That's broke,
tell my
man.
story? Hold on, before we go, can I tell my story?
Sure.
Okay, so Ryan, I told JT this earlier, and the audience. So I got a haircut today, right?
Low taper fade.
So here's what happened. I got my haircut. I walked out of the haircut, and like a big drone flew down. I put pee on my pants and tears in my eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. So
What?
So a big.
I'll put into this dude. All right, we're playing Roblox today. This dude joins the call and says something he thinks really, really funny, and no one laughs. Like it was like a mic muted moment, and no one laughs. And then
I just kept going with
he
it.
says it again, and Ronnie's like loud and clear.
Yeah, but I don't think you understood because like the drone flew down, right? It put fucking. I did this bit already. This is fucking awful.
Can we just have it like fade out right now? And, like this just be the end. Goodbye, everyone.
Help!
Bye.
Help! Help me! Help! Help!